Okay. Hello, hello. There we go. Hello. Hi. Get to do another stream, eh? Let's load things up here. Shootman. And chat crashed. Yeah! Fucking great. Oh my god. How? Why? How's that for a precedent? Why is it taking so long to load? Did it clear my SDF cache sometime? I don't remember that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, still works. Okay. Right, so as discussed last time, this time I want to look at collision detection because what I have right now is absolute garbage. And we're going to do an implementation of a sweeping AABB detection. Now AABB, if you don't know, let me load the volume. AABB stands for Axis Aligned Bounding Box, so it's basically just rectangles that don't have any rotation in the XY plane, so that simplifies things a lot. And yet, it's still tremendously useful for most 2D games. Yeah. And sweeping means that you have a velocity, and things are not just static, so you're not just checking overlap, but you're checking whether a collision can happen within the next time frame given your current velocity. Right, so we're gonna do that. I'm first gonna implement this specific to the Shootman game, and afterwards I'm going to backport it into Trial itself. The reason why I want to do this is because then I don't really have to think about how things should be generalized and detached. So right now I can just tie it into Shootman here in some way, without having to really care about what kind of data is necessary, what kind of dependencies I would introduce, or any of that. So yeah, oops. Also, let me change the font to a size bigger. 11. That barely changes anything. 12. Okay, that's better. Okay, I'll also put the music a bit quieter. Man, chat is really shitting up tonight. Why? It's so annoying. I really don't understand. I thought I fixed things a bit up, but apparently I really didn't. Alright. Okay, actually this phone is a bit too big. Yeah, I'll go back to 11. Fuck it. Alright, so actually let me open the thing here. So just to illustrate, like, what we want to do is basically we want to have a test whether two boxes of some size, they're not axis aligned here because I'm lazy, like whether they will collide if we have, for example, a velocity vector like this. Now, The trick here is to pretend one of the boxes doesn't exist, and instead, like, use its size, its boundaries, to make the other box bigger. So instead of this, what we actually do is we have one box that is bigger and a point. And then we check this point for sweeping collision, which it turns out, conveniently enough, is exactly the same. So mathematically seen, this is the exact same collision detection. So we get the same collision point, whether we would check two boxes against each other or an extended box versus a point, or array rather, in this case. So we're going to do that, since that's easier to implement. This only works for axis-aligned bounding boxes, keep in mind. It doesn't work for rotated stuff. As soon as you have rotation, you're gonna have to defer to general polygons, or triangles rather, and yeah, things get messy. I think you can, in 3D, like, you can optimize for planar checks. Like, you check against a plane, and then you check whether the intersection point with the plane is within the actual rectangle area that you want to check. And after that, yeah, you're gonna have to do triangle checks, and those are complicated and annoying to do, and I forgot all about it. I implemented that as part of my quote-unquote thesis for the completion of the gymnasium high school thing here. I made a game engine for that, so yeah, that was in Java and I never finished it, but whatever. Anyway, I implemented like polygon testing for that, and I completely forgot all about it because it's been like 10 years. No, not 10 years. What am I talking about? 6 years. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's do this. I'm following a good block thing. This here. Which explains things in fairly good detail. We're just gonna go through this post here and implement that stuff translated to Lisp. I'll post it in chat as well, so you guys can follow along if you want. Right, so the first thing we need to do is implement this AABB versus segment test. Let's see. Test. I'm not gonna call it a segment though, I'm gonna call it... Well, actually I should call it a segment since it's not an array. Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, if you can use AABB, of course you should. Like for physics and like games in general, you always want to like divide and conquer in a sense. You want to use the most general kind of test first and then always narrow it down, even though that will increase like global overhead, because like if you want to do really precise tests, and obviously you're going to have all these redundant coarse tests at first, but overall, because the vast majority of objects you're never even going to be testing against, you really want to throw those away so that you can only test more fine-grained against those that really matter. So usually what you do for this kind of stuff is also like you divide your stuff into regions. So for example, in this you would have a room, so you test whether the player's in the room, and then you only check the tiles in the room. Or you want to do something like a quad tree or an oct tree, where you divide like this a given space into four parts here, and then you put each tile or each collidable entity into one of the parts. And if there's too many, you subdivide that again. So you basically fill up buckets, and if it's too big, you divide it up again and refill it. And that gives you sort of a divided space for things to test in. And in general, theoretically, you get a logarithmic property. So you only have to check the logarithm of the number of entities you have in your scene. Of course, you can always have a worst case where you have to check all of them, but generally that already reduces the cost a lot. I'm not going to do quad trees or oct trees here, because the amount of entities we're going to have is not going to be too much, so there is no point. Like, CPU usage should be fucking minimal, so it doesn't matter. If you had like gigantic rooms with a lot of stuff in it, obviously then it starts making sense. Or if you have other kinds of physics that are costly to calculate, then you want to start looking into trees and stuff. For now, we're gonna stick to this. So for the actual like intersection thing, we're just gonna have a loop that goes through everything and checks the AABB test. Anyway, back to this. Test segment versus AABB. So we're gonna have a location and a velocity of the segment. I think, what is this? Hold on. This is test. Oh, okay, they have a... I'm a bit confused. I think intersect segment they implement as some sort of method on the bounding box. It's been a while since I read this. I already implemented this once, but I think I threw it away. I don't remember where I did it. It might have been for a Ludum there at some point, and it's in one of the repositories, but I don't remember. So we're just gonna do it again. It's a good refresher anyway, so it doesn't matter. What is this? For each edge of the box. Sorry if you don't really see anything, I'm just reading. I'm a bit confused about this. So we have a scale factor, which is just the inverse of the delta. Do you ever use the delta otherwise? No, they don't. Okay. Scale. So at least they're symmetrical for x and y, so we can implement this using vectors. How does this work again? I forget my own functions. Okay. Yeah, alright. And then near is... Oh yeah, they use this. Why didn't I see that? I'm a dumbass. So... we have the... this is annoying to read. Sign times plus size size and padding. What's this? What the fuck is... Oh yeah, the padding is for... Okay. Yeah. And then all of this times scale. Okay. And then far is going to be similar. Or is going to be plus. Minus pause still. So we'll just do this. And that's it. That gives us near and far times. And we can check those against the length of the velocity. And if the velocity is smaller than either of those, then it's nothing happens, right? Or if they're inverted, like if the near time is bigger than the far time, then obviously we're not gonna pass it. So when actually that should be it. Unless or v smaller, vy far, vx near, vx far, vy near. There we go. And then we determine the near and the far times the ones of the edges we actually care about. I shouldn't have closed my paint. So, oh hey, I remembered which button to press for align things. So if you have a box and then you have a ray against it, then you have, like, at most you have two, well, you're always going to have two lines that intersect, or two that won't of the box. And you're gonna have a near intersection and the far intersection. Like, well, assuming it goes this way. Then you have the near here, the far there, and the near here. Right? And you're gonna test, like, you're gonna test all four of these sides, and you're gonna get two near and two far values for x and y respectively. And if the ray goes through here, then the near of the x is going to be this, and the near of the y is going to be this, and they don't align, so it doesn't make any sense, they don't collide. So that's the idea behind that. it's just like you need to wrap your head about it once. Like vectored stuff is fortunately one of the branches of mathematics where you can still oh, time, yeah. So time in vector math, the time is just if you have a vector that has a certain length, the time is just a scaling factor of that vector. So for example, if the vector is at full scale, then you have t as 1. I'm drawing with a mouse instead of a tablet, and it feels like I'm fucking cutting my arms off. And if you have half, then t is like 0.5, right? So that's just a scaling factor of the thing, of the vector. But yeah, as I was saying, vector math. Fortunately, a lot of it you can like visually look at, so you can sort of make sense of it that way instead of having to go into like really abstract stuff. Even though I like a lot of the abstract things. Right, so now we tested it against the nonsensical values, and if they're nonsensical, then obviously we can throw them away. Otherwise, now we have to see which one of the near and far we care about, whether it's X or Y. So we let near is the max of. No, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Is this inverted? What is he doing here? If near is... No, we want to have the farther of the near values, yeah, okay. That makes sense. And we're gonna have the minimum of the far values. Yes. There we go. Yeah, and now, next thing you want to check is whether like, if the near and far values are not within 0 and 1, then their time is obviously outside, so we haven't, like, we're going to reach a collision at some point in the future, but not right now, so we can throw it away again. So, unless... if near is smaller or... Wait, what? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So if the near is farther away than 1, then we don't reach it yet. And if the far is closer than 0, then we're inside, I think. So we don't care either. Okay. And now we have the test. And finally, we would just want to return useful data from that collision. So one thing that I'm not doing in my current system, like right now, I'm just testing whether I'll be colliding, and if so, I just reset my velocity values, which is obviously horrible because you won't, like if you go diagonally, you won't slide along the walls. You'll instead just come to a full stop because it collides in both X and Y directions. So what you want to do is return a new velocity vector to use instead of the old one, so that you can sort of slide against the wall appropriately. Right, so what are they doing here? They're returning a time, and they're returning a thing, and the thing, and the thing. And normal, and... okay. Yeah, that's fine. Time is going to be... yeah. Does Lisp have a clamp? No, it doesn't have a clamp, right? But that's easy. No. Yeah. 0 0, otherwise there we go, that's a clamp. I have a clamp for vectors, but that doesn't really apply here. Yeah, but I mean, Alexander is it even in the dependencies? Probably is implicitly. Well, definitely is implicitly. Oh, I have it in there. Okay, cool. That's fine, then let's use Alexandria. I'm not used to using Alexandria, sorry. It's just a thing I never do. Let's also normalize this. Okay. Oh yeah, max and min would also work. I'm a dumbass. Like, Lisp has so many ways of doing the same fucking thing. It's just like so easy to like miss a much better solution. I don't even use with gensims. I've gotten too used to just using let and whatever, but it's fine, whatever. If you want to use Alexandria, fine. If you don't, that's also fine. Right. I already wrote so many fucking utilities and shit. It's just routine by now. Right, now we have a normal, near y. Oh, okay, so let's call these a v. Or rather, let's not do that. Call these too near, and too far. Near, far, wherever you are. So if we have this, then have we minus the x sign and 0, and otherwise we have no what. 0 minus y sign. There we go. That's the normal. Now we want to have the delta, which is going to be the star of delta by the time. And then we want to have the new pause, which is going to be the plus pause plus the delta. And that'll be that, I think. Right. Now we want to have the extra arguments for the box. Also, I kind of want to change this from location to... I mean, really what we're doing is... I'm not sure, I kind of feel like I want to factor this out a bit more. Test ray versus ABB. So we have ray, pause, ray there, and then we have pause. And that'll give us... No, nah, I'll... Fuck it. Set pause. Really? Also, I think this doesn't need quoting. Okay, good. Pause. What the fuck? Okay, and there we go. And then at the end we just return this. The most important part is the position, I think. Also, what am I doing? It's called segment here. Let's just do this. Yoo-hoo! Errors. Oh, because this needs to be that. What is this? Undefined variable scale. Fine. Inline expansion limit. That's fine. So, whenever you use my vector library, you're gonna get this pretty quickly on SBCL. Because it's using inline a lot. Mostly because a lot of the things do type cases, and if you want to eliminate those for known types, then you need to inline. For obvious reasons. Okay, so now we have our ABABB segment test. Let's give this a whirl. I don't even know. Don't think this would work against things, for 3D things. I think you can extend it for 3D, but it wouldn't work like this. I can't remember. Just out of sanity, I'm going to declare that this is going to be 2D now. I know declarations are for promises to the compiler, but that's fine. Seg pause, seg val, abb pause, abb size, path, they're all going to be vec2s. So... So we're gonna have a segment at 0, 0, and it's gonna be an x1. This is just gonna be a really fucking primitive test. We're gonna have a thing at 2, 0, and it's gonna have a size of 1.50 or 2. Doesn't really matter. And that's gonna be it. And there's a division by 0. Yay. Yeah, we need to guard against that. What do they do in this? Oh, it's not... Wait. Yeah. What? They don't actually check whether it's 0 or not. Like, what if your delta is 0 in one direction or both? I mean, you would just use a huge value instead. This is a pain. Also, I could optimize this to use modifying variants for most, since I don't need to copy that much. How should we do this? I Common Lisp doesn't have constants for, like, float infinities, does it? I've encountered this multiple times where it was really fucking annoying that it doesn't have that. I think SBCL does. Actually, that would be a useful thing to have in trial in general. CL trial toolkit. Let's do that. Defines. Like it has like most positive variants for floats, but not infinities, which is what what you often want, especially when you deal with like collisions, because like the easiest way to express that you don't have one is by saying that, like, if you do ray intersection, usually what you do is you just say that the intersection happens at point infinity, which tells you that it's not gonna happen. Alright. Define constant, or def constant. Float positive infinity. Single float positive infinity. What was it? Let me search real quick. Single float. Yeah, most positive single float and stuff. I would be surprised if there wasn't already a package out there that does this, but I kind of don't want to search right now. Now, SBCL. Propose infinity. Hey, here we go. IEEE floats has it. Or something according to that. Yeah, here we go. Single float, positive infinity. Apropos is fucking amazing, by the way, and I forget to use it way too often. Yeah. Okay. Toolkits. What is this? Yeah, system apropos is modeled after apropos after all. Like Qtools also has an apropos function for Qt stuff. I want to show that real quick. So if I load Qtools in, it's going to take a bit because for some reason my cache was deleted. CL plus Qt, Q plus apropos, I think, yeah. So you can use that to search for things. The funny thing is, like, I wrote this function and I constantly forget I have it. So I look around on Google and Qt docs like a fucking dumbass instead of using this. So you can use this, and yeah, right now the cache is cold, so it doesn't show anything. But anyway, it's cool. It works. Alright. We got that in, that's good, that's great, that's groovy, that's gravy. Alright, and now we want to go back. Yeah, we're on the REPL. Yeah, okay. So now we want to have a division. F0VX segval single float positive infinity And otherwise, yes. Ah! God, no. God damn it. I knew that wasn't gonna work. Also, another hot tip, in case you don't know, if you use CUCC instead of just CC, well, CUCCCC, then it compiles the form that you're compiling with maximum debug, which is really useful if you don't have debug constraint to 3 already. So it's trying to multiply the 0. I think instead of infinities, I'm just gonna output 0. Maybe that will work better. I don't know. And that returns nil. Is that even correct? No, it shouldn't be. That shouldn't be correct. Why? So I had like another thing about that. For the longest time I had this line here in my SVCLRC, which basically is very useful as it ignores... Well, what it does is, like, even if you declare debug to be lower, it'll ignore that and automatically constrain it to 3. You can do that for other policies as well, so that, for example, if you want to avoid code doing save d0 or some stupid shit like that, then you can do that. But the problem is that if you set debug to 3, what happens is that certain optimizations and inlining no longer are possible for SVCL to do, so it doesn't. And then CLOpenGL, for example, can't do things like its memwising stuff, where it does like on-the-fly compilation and then yeah, that kind of stuff sometimes stops working, and then you get really gross deep notes every time you run your thing. Not so nice. But otherwise, it's actually really cool because a lot of code is not very easy to debug if you don't have debug on 3. So during development, it's nice. Alright, right, we wanted to test what the fuck was going on here. I'm just gonna use good old printing. So it doesn't even get beyond that. Some reason. Near, far, wherever you are. That's... yeah, this is a problem. What do you do if the velocity is 0? Do they explain that in the fucking blog? I don't think so. I guess they just assume it goes to nan or something. No. The only mention for 0 is nothing interesting. No bueno, my boy. We could like set it to the smallest float. Do we have like smallest float least positive normalized single float. Okay, least positive single float. What's the normalized version? Oh, okay, that gives you the normalization range. Okay. I think I'm just gonna set it to that. Still nothing. Why? What is this? I guess if I set it to some bogus value, it's gonna probably work. No? No. What? What is going on here? I am confused. So to scale. Why is that 0? So it's adding the pad, that's fine, that doesn't matter. Then it multiplies by the sign, which doesn't matter since we're all positive. And then it subtracts the position, which creates a vector between the two, that's fine. Shouldn't it? Wait a second. Okay, yeah. No, that's fine. In this case, for the far that's for the... Huh? No, that doesn't make any sense. I think I'm not... I didn't copy this correctly. B star. Yeah. I got this the wrong way around. No, wait, that didn't. It doesn't matter. What? Oh, wait, this is wrong. Yeah, this is bogus. Should be this. But that still doesn't make a difference. Motherfucker! I'm just gonna... change this around real quick. No, this is right, I think. Still nothing. But the near is there. It's correct. But what's failing here? Yeah, the problem is that the Vy is always 0, and that conflicts with that. Oh my god. Fine. I'll do a 1-1. There we go. I mean, this is just still a problem, but... Okay. Yeah, we're getting a collision against -x, that's correct. The collision velocity is truncated to 0.5 and the collision point is 2.5. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. We actually don't need to have the pause as well, the velocity suffices. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yeah, alright. Now the problem is figuring out what the hell to do if one of the components is 0. Where did the... Also, I forgot to divide. I'm a dumbass. How did this work? Oh my goodness. Well, it's positive, single float. Okay. That still looks correct. And now it doesn't. Yay! That blows so much. I mean... What happens if I do this? Arithmetic. Floating point overflow. Fantastic. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I'm a dumbass. Yeah, I don't understand this. Why are they not treating Delta? I think... Yeah, I don't notice. This is a bother. So... I still don't understand. So why does this become 0? if it's like it's a big number now in the scaling factor. And then what actually happens? It just multiplies by that scale, no? Why is this becoming... zero? Is apps of 0 returning 0? It is, that's the problem. It shouldn't return 0. I know that. Also, I thought I had a V-apps. Don't I? Yes, I do. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass, I'm a dumbass, I'm a dumbass, I'm a dumbass. And it's exactly that. But we don't want 0 to be 0, absolutely. Yeah, apps of 0 is 0. Is it? What are you saying? Think the early out earlier. Return null if px. Are you seeing this? I don't see that. Like in this AABV versus segment test, I don't see that. And returning null wouldn't actually work, because you might still collide just in, you know, along the x-axis. Higher up. AABB versus point, you mean? Yeah, but we're not testing against points. Because points don't have a direction. The delta is just like the velocity vector, pretty much. Also, the sign. Oh wait, not. I'm such an idiot. I don't want apps. I want sign. The signum. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Oh, that also turns 0 for 0. Interesting. C, sign. Does sign and C return 0 for 0? I don't know what language they're using in that blog. It's not C, is it? No, definitely not. Some weird other kind of language. Coffee script. Alright. JavaScript sign function. What does it return? It returns... Okay, it does return 0. Alright, so what? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, so far this didn't matter for us. Like, the thing is, This multiplication with the sign here, if one of the direction is 0, then the near and far values for that direction are going to be 0. And then, obviously, it's always going to be, like, smaller because, or almost always, well, you know, oftentimes it's going to be smaller, and then you're going to get fall through this test because you're going to get bogus values. I guess I can check if the near and far are the same. But still, like, the problem is, like, I can't insert a huge value here because Signum returns 0 for 0. And then this turns into 0 no matter what kind of scale factor I have. Because otherwise, if the scale factor was huge, then obviously a test would proceed correctly, as intended. So we're gonna... fuck it. There we go, fuck it. Fuck it! Yeah, there we go. Now things work a bit better. Amazing! Can I do a... most... or... single float positive infinity. Does that work? Yes! Yes! Okay. I'm guessing that they want a sign function that outputs only 1 and -1, because otherwise, yeah, it doesn't make sense anymore. Okay, yeah, alright, cool. Okay, so let me just check if things work still, if I have a nonsensical. Yeah, good. Alright, this looks fine now. So if we have going in the X direction, but we're too far away, for example, it also shouldn't test. Yep, alright, good. Now all is butter. All is fine. So we got the biggest problem out of the way. Because sweeping is now pretty simple. Defun test sweep ABB versus so we're gonna have an A pause, a val, a B pause, an A size, a B pause, a B val, and a B size. Okay. Now the actual velocity is going to be just both of them added up. So let val v plus a val b val. And then if the velocity is just 0, then we can do a static test instead. If, or it's can't. I know, never test against 0, floating point, blah blah. But in this case, I think we can afford to do that. Multiple value binds. Actually, when test ABB versus ABB, A plus B A size, B plus B size. And otherwise, I know multiple value bind also slow and whatever, but fuck it, it's time no well. Test segment versus a BB, and the segment is going to a pause val b pause b size. Actually, I don't need the pad as an explicit document. I can just do that outside. Where's the pad? Size? Yeah, we only use that there. Saves a bit on the thing. A size. Okay, that should be that. And that gives us the values we need. We don't have a test function for ABB versus ABB yet. So let's do that real quick. The blog post explains it as well, which is, you know, yeah. Yeah, basically for heard it may be okay when typed well. That was from 8th though, so worth verifying. I'm not sure what that is in reference to. What's okay when typed well? Like, my mind is racing around all the time, so. Oh. I only remember that when I wrote back years ago when I wrote Plump, that avoiding multiple value binds and actually using conses instead was faster. And I'm pretty sure that's like using conses in CDR, car, or destructuring bind. This wasn't for many multiple values, but I'm pretty sure that just like any value case other than single value is slower. Which is also, by the way, why you should not do things like this. But that's not the only reason. The other reason why you should not do this is because it's fucking stupid. And no, it's just like oftentimes in a function, I think it's wrong to try to return nothing. Mostly because there's almost always some kind of value that would be useful to have. Like, oftentimes, like when you're manipulating some kind of data structure, it's useful to return that data structure so you can change chain operations together and so forth. So yeah. I hate seeing values and no values. Anyway. What are you doing here? Okay. Minus no, wait, other way around. I don't even know what this is, but I'm just gonna type it out because why not? 3 minus plus A size, B size. Okay. Let's just call these P. Did I already only use DD there? GX. Oh, it uses the sign again. Oh wait, no, that's interesting. Alright. It's fine. By the way, baggers, if you get the chance to play Nier Automata for yourself, you really should. It's so good. I haven't had this much fun with a video game in a long time. It's just so good. We got to like Act C, or like Route C today. I'm just so excited again. Even though, like, I'm basically playing the game for the third time now. It's so good. Anyway, enough about good video games. Let's keep working on our shitty one. Right, you want to have a hit delta. I forget what you're returning here. And normal, the delta, and the pause, and the time. Normal, okay. Just do this. Sick. Also, not to honk my own horn here, but I think from while 3D Vectors is absolutely shitty code to look at, from a user perspective, I think it's really nice. Of all the vector libraries I've worked with before, like even in other languages, it's pretty convenient. Anyway, so we have a time. I have a time here, really. So we're just gonna do 0. The normal is gonna be vec sx vx 0, and then velocity. I guess we're gonna return a pause here as well, fuck it. Seg pause val. Might be good to bundle this into a structure after all. Like they do. I forget the syntax to fucking def struct every time. Without fail. Time single float, normal, vec2, val, vec2, pause, vec2. And I think... No, is that right? No, it isn't, right? The first thing is the init arg, isn't it? And then... oh, fuck it, I'll just look it up. Devstruct. Slot, init form, and then option, and then type, yes. Okay. So we're just gonna have that. There we go. Sorry that YouTube is causing you problems. Might set up restream again and stream to Twitch simultaneously like I've been recommending for you. But yeah, I don't know. There's a reload stream button in case. Also, this is the first time I've seen you swearing. I hope I'm not. I'm not a bad influence on you. Pure and innocent baggers being tainted by my horrible language. Right. Nah, I think I'm fine with my language. I can swear as much as I want. Fuck you, Dad. You're not the boss of me. Right. Okay. EXA pause. EXA size SX. And then for the Y, we just have VYB pause. Yeah, okay. EYS, and the pause is going to be oh yeah, I forgot we have about times PX SX. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, because I don't know. I'm just like I'm such a sailor that I'm just used to roaring about all the time. So it's kind of odd that when someone else does it, I don't know. It's just like I know a couple of friends of mine also swear like sailors all the time, so I'm used to it when they do it. But like when other people, normal people, do it, then it's often a bit of a surprise. I don't know. Like I'm fine with that. I obviously no problems with that. Here we have just a VY, right? Okay. VYS. And here we're gonna have, yeah, okay. It's just all mirrored. Also, this makes no sense. And this is also going to be the same. Yeah. Okay. Inline expansion, yep. Alrighty. Okay, now for the big function. So what this test also gives us is a new position to use, which will allow us to clip outside of boxes should we somehow get inside of them. Which I don't think the sweep... Well, okay, but it's a quicker test than the sweep, so... It's a minor optimization. Ha. So now we don't have multiple value bind either. Do we need to do anything else? Epsilon. What are you doing here? Why do you have an epsilon? Also, their syntax that they're using here, like, if sweep don't hit question mark. I hate that. That's so bad. What the hell? JavaScript! Well, in this case, it's not even JavaScript, it's CoffeeScript. But, you know, same kinds of attitudes, I guess. What are they doing here? They're like doing some kind of additional stuff. Huh? I don't understand. Delta... Sweep time... Why are they doing epsilon? What? What? I guess this is for when you're using a variable time step. They have an epsilon that gives you the time step. Variable time step, by the way, is awful. Don't do that. Trial by... Well, the renderable doesn't gives you a fixed time step. But, yeah, I think that's just that. I don't know, I'm confused. I'm just gonna fucking... do this. It seems sane to me. Oh. There we go. Get... Okay. We got our test function now. So... now we have... the gun. Shoot. We have a... shoot and hit. Okay, yeah, we iterate here, and then we do a shitty collision test, that's fine. Okay. So we have base entity, which is located entity. Sprite subject. So you basically, yeah. Okay. Test collision. Collision. Test sweep AABB versus AABB. ABB. BXY of location A. Do we have a velocity for this? No, right? Player. Yeah, they don't have a thing. Okay, good. So we don't actually need a sweep test for this? Question mark? No, actually... Wait, what's... gun. I'm... So that's base entity. Let's just give all base entities a velocity. That's the easiest way. Objects, base entity, velocity. Velocity, vex 0, 0. 0. EXY. No. Why did I name that well? Oh my goodness. The fuck is that? Oh, that's a button test. I'll leave it at, well, fuck it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Size. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Primarily because the implementation may just fail. And I think most implementations expose the float infinities as some form of constant somewhere, so it would be much more useful to just aggregate that. And do a bunch of feature flags, you know. It's very your idea is very hacky, and I'd rather not do that. Yeah, I mean it's possible that there's one already. Floating point. There's a floating point library. I don't know what it does, but let's see. Floating point. Default epsilon float equal pi sig fig equal. Alright, well that's something, but not what we need. Having an epsilon is still useful, but usually not for games, but for math. Scientific computing. Floating point contractions. The fuck is that? Ah, okay, sure. Quick Lisp has a lot of just crap in it that people like throw out there, and then I don't even know why they do it if they don't document it. Like, there seems to be a lot of libraries out there that are just out there for the fuck of it. Like there's a thing that someone did because they wanted to write their own pet project at some point, but then they never really finished it or really cared about it, and then they just thought, let's throw it in Quick Lisp. And Zahi's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay, maybe IEEE floats or something. No, it doesn't. It only has encoding. Make float converters. I mean, you could use IEEE floats to do the encoding and decoding of infinities. Maybe. Float. Interesting. What is this? What is this? Decode float. Float. Okay. Code. Huh? What are these then? So, oh, support none and infinity is always on 0. Is always on nil. I wonder why. Oh, it special cases those instead of... Okay, no, it doesn't do the implementation thing. Never mind. Well, whatever. Alright. Where was I? I already lost track of everything I was doing. Right, we got collision going. So much. So now everything has a velocity. That's super. Gun. When test collision bullets entity hits. I guess we can supply a hit. Hit entity bullet. Where's all the hit functions? Enemy. Okay. And then we have stuff in player. Hit. So really, yeah, let's just do it like this for now. for bullets when it's hit. Turn. Yeah, just really, this should be swapped. Okay. Wait, what? So, if... no... should be that. If it hits an enemy, then... you do that. And if it hits the player... okay, restart. Moment of truth. Shootman. It's gonna crash because I forgot to include this file in things. Yay! Well, it's not gonna crash, but collision. Reload. Shootman launch. And it's gonna crash. Yay! Fuck. Why? Stop it. God damn it. I hate that Emacs like constantly decides to resize your fucking windows. It's so annoying. The split behavior it has is also really stupidly bad. Like oftentimes it'll hide things and split things in incredibly inconvenient ways. Like, if it already has like a debugger and like a thing open on one side, then it just starts adding more instead of reusing that and shit. It's grinds my gears. Alright, anyway, enough editor trouble. Let's see here. What was the issue? I already forgot. Right, we didn't have a thing against walls because walls are not... yeah, they're not. They're solids, but they're not moving things. The ground wall. Test sweep. Nil is not of type Shootman hit. Well, what are you signaling that? Oh. $1 for every stupid thing I do. Oh yeah, cool. Multiplying 0 by infinity, that's great. That's great, mate. Yo, what? Most positive signal float. Pew pew pew. Floating point overflow. Fucking let me just do a thing for once. God damn. Motherfucker. Fine. God. I'll just do something like this. Okay. Alright, and it doesn't work. Why not? Why can't I move downwards? Oh my god. Whoa! Shit. Okay, so obviously... obviously, things don't work yet. And it still overflows. I should just mask things. Fuck it. Can you get the fuck out of my face? Thank you. Need some space. SP extra, floating, traps, mask. I think it was. No, it wasn't that. SP sys? No. Purpose. Mask. Floating. You'll have W? We have float traps masked. SB int. Okay. What was it? Underflow, overflow, inexact. Yeah. Fuck off! Okay. Things don't work at all still. But at least I don't get errors in my face every 5 seconds. Wow, what is going on here? What the hell is this? Oh boy. Time to debug a bit. Main. That's a cool map and all, but... what the fuck? What? Jimji just said, now here on game programming don't quite use a broken collision system to clip out of bounds through the west wall. Yeah, if only it actually required skill and not just... oh. What is going on with the map generation now? That looks... what? Oh, oh, that's why. Okay, now, here we are, that's what I wanted. This is so bizarre. Things are displaced somehow. But not only that, things are just weird. Okay, alright. Scratch. Trace. Shootman. Hit. I don't care. Okay. Wait, what? Why? What the hell? Player is Zero Nova? Okay, so the standard test obviously doesn't work correctly for some reason. I think. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. No, that doesn't work in here. Probably also encode which thing was hit. Ah, fuck off. So that's one problem, but not the issue I'm concerned with. Okay. So I made a mistake in this, most definitely. So if you have a thing that's 1 1 and 0 0 and the thing that's I don't know, 5 5 5 0 and it's also 1 1. Why is there a hit? It always reports a hit. FPX. Oh, right. We need to test whether either one of them or both. That gives us a hit, just barely. And if you have this, wait, no, yeah. And then we have 2, then no, okay. Now we're good. We're good. I was dumb, as usual. Whenever you see a problem in the stream, the answer is because I'm dumb. Good. Fine. Let's put on some different music. No, Kami is nice and all, but... Oh, Kami! Let's see. How about this? And I'm getting spam. Yay. People are following me on Twitch, even though I don't stream there. Great. There's no class wall. Great. Dependency. Of course. I didn't think this would take this long. I can't play Journey, I'll get banned on YouTube. This is still not right. What the fuck? What is going on here? What is this? Like, why is the tile slightly displaced? Like it's not centered, right? And this is obviously wrong. Why? Pretty sure I'm encoding things with the pivot in the center. Pretty sure. Also, actually, I forgot that gun. Test collision. Bullet. Test segments. Ah. Problem still. So, I think if I hit, then I should set location of the player to hit pause. And otherwise, X the speeds to 0. Still really oddly clipping and other things. What is going on here? Like something is just so badly wrong. Okay. So why is this happening? Let's make a different test. I think my map is just shifted and drawn wrongly. Since if I load this, yeah, it's... my map drawing is wrong. Why? The eternal question. sorry. Oh yeah. I think. Yeah. Now we got things that are somewhat slightly correct, maybe. This is bizarre. Oh, because the gun is sometimes sticking through it, I think is the problem here. Let's give it a bit more space. Let's make it 3 each. Okay, no, never mind. Still broken, completely broken. Absolutely fucked. Stop it. Oh my god. Pushback velocity backwards. No. Velocity we get in the hits is not a negative velocity. If that's what you mean. Why does it sometimes get forward then? So weird. There's like no consistency. How about if we can use this. If a bullet hits, then you just set the val of the bullet to instead. So now we can test out where the collisions actually happen. Sort of paint our way. Okay. This is so weird. I think it adapts for that. No, well, okay, what it does is it uses the time value you have in the vector from the location, in the direction vector to adjust the position. How does it actually calculate the velocity? Velocity is the sec velocity times time. Okay, yeah, that's obviously not right. But that's not really even what I'm worried about right now. I'm only worried about the position. Like the actual test, whether something hits at all or not, because that's obviously wrong too. Wow, it's laggy. Why is it so laggy all of a sudden? Yes, because of the collision tests and shit. Wow. That is some slowdown, alright. Yeah, I don't see any pattern in this. It's so random. Like, the direction I'm aiming in matters as well. I don't understand. I don't understand. This is obviously a problem of the sweeping test, or rather the segment test. Near thought we could get this done and more in 2 hours. How wrong I was. Okay. So let's see, it goes in 1-1. We have one at 5-5 and it's sized 1-1. That's obviously not the thing. If you go 5 in this, that's no problem either. If you go 5 in this, then you should have a hit. And you have a hit at 4-4. That is correct. Oh yeah, okay. I think one of the problems is that this expects half sizes, whereas the sizes I'm supplying here are full sizes. So that's one problem. It's easily solved though. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Not by one. Okay. That's one issue done. I don't know if there are more. I'm still trying to figure out what they do with this thing here. I don't quite understand. Direction. Slightly more promising somewhat, maybe. Still fucking weird though. Like why? This makes no sense. Completely ridiculous. Right, well that's interesting. Mental. What? What? So weird. What is this? Oh, by the way, we could optimize this even further because the walls I have are never blocks. Really? They're only lines of a single length, so you could make an even cheaper test for that. But we'll disregard that. Well, disregard that for now. Let me see here. So if they're going in this direction, it doesn't hit. It's almost like... yeah, for some reason the X and Y directions matter. And they're also oddly offset. What is this? Oh, so actually, oh my god, sorry about that. When this hits, we should reduce the velocity and we should set the location of the bullet to no. That we don't get. What was that about? This is weird. Like the sides extend in the wrong ways. Yeah, some of the walls are... Like, the top and right walls are correct, but the bottom and no, the top and left ones are correct, but... Well, they're almost correct. Well, no, they aren't correct. At all. I don't understand any of this. Like, this isn't even something I have wrong in my parameters. That's just not possible. It's not possible. There's something in the code wrong. At least the music is keeping me sane. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Like, even disregarding, like, if the position detection or whatever calculation is wrong, this alone should do the collision test, the hit test. Right? Does the delta need to be normalized? No, that doesn't make any sense. How is this wrong? This is by far the strangest thing. I have seen in a bit. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, it seems the behavior is at least not dependent on the location at all. It's just always bogus. And it's always direction dependent. Am I confusing X and Y somewhere, or... Scale? No, it's all the same. Doesn't look like it. Let's test something here. I'm gonna deactivate that, and then what? How is it still? The fuck? How is the velocity zero? Not zero. What? Oh my god. Stop. Emacs, stop! Never gonna stop. Restart. Maybe, I don't know. But the weird thing is, like, also the offset. Like, why are things? Oh my god. Fucking... Fine. Fucking thing in here now. That normal doesn't make sense. What is going on? At least this has a sensible normal. Huh? Oh. Oh. Oh my god. What? Why? What is this? Huh? -1 is not... Why do you need it to be positive? What? Where? What? Oh, I guess it did some compiler trickery. Okay. You were right, you were right. Yes, Baggers, thank you. It was a sine function after all, and I returned 0 like a goddamn idiot instead of... Oh my god, I can't believe this. No. I swear I'm good at programming. No. You know this sig function we wrote? It used to be this. Fuck. God damn it. Okay. Okay, collision works now, but it's still not doing what I want it to, which is to slide along the wall. Which means we need to actually not... Oh yeah, because I'm setting things to 0 here. Okay. Yeah. So now that we have the normal, we need to test if right. So if the Vx of the normal of the hit is not 0, then we set the Vx of the bell of the player to 0. And otherwise it's same nearly over that. And that fucked me up because it should be that. Sort of. Yeah, okay. Now we have the same problem as we used to. I can slide now, which is nice, but you might notice that if I press up, hold it, and then left, I don't actually go that way. Now, the reasons for that is that we only update the velocity when we move. So that's not what we want. I still, I mentioned this last time, but it wasn't the right way to go about this. Now what we want instead is some kind of effective velocity and an intended velocity. So yeah. Okay. So instead of doing this, wait. Yeah, the system I implemented last time is kind of kind of fucking stupid. So what I do instead, we'll make an effective velocity like so. Yeah, whatever, man. And then in this we change the effective velocity. And here we add the effective velocity. Yes. And each frame, when the animation is 2, we set the effective velocity to something, and when that's the case, we end it. Set up yeah. No, wait, if we're can't otherwise as well. I don't care. I don't care where. What? Derp, derp, derp. Oh my god, what happened? Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, yep. Now we have smooth collision, my boys. Smooth as butter. Look at that. Only took us 2 fucking hours. Christ. Okay, let me undo my debug stuff. Leave bullet loop. Why do I spawn in the middle of that though? Okay. Oh shit. Huzzah. Ah. Dashing still kind. Whoa, what was that? Oof, okay. Never mind. Why does this not work? Because we modify the effective velocity and we test against the velocity and not let me change this around so we have move val and an actual val, and here we change move val. Should have done that instead all along.
So you're sure you want to leave then? Or are you gonna go?
To see what the rest of the wasteland looks like.
Well, there's not much to see, Vic.
I know.
Ah! Crash, of course. Yes. Good. Very good. Now we're in butter. No more clipping. Good. Whee! Alright, I wanted to add more enemy types and bullet types and guns and so forth in this, but it's late now. And I guess we're gonna have to keep that for another time. Hopefully Mood is going to have time in the next few days and we can catch up with that. But hey, we got collision detection. I'll see about backporting this into trial so that it's generally useful, probably tomorrow. Yeah, whee! Speedrun tactics is never shoot and only dash. Alright, let me commit all this. Whoa! Collision! Radical. Wait. Radical. Wait, no. You gotta make this even better. I can do one more. No, not. Oh my god. There we go. It's all up now. You too can play a shitty game. For free! Whoa! Bang, bang. What happened? Oh. Huh? How's that even possible? Possible. Like, I check the direction. No, the direction is something. Huh? That makes no sense. Well, anyways, you can backwards dash. It's cool. Don't even have to use any keys at all to play this game. Hardcore mode is no keyboard, no movement controls. You can only dash by looking backwards. Hard mode implemented. Right. Okay. Did I? No, okay. Alright. Well, this went a bit worse than I expected it to. But, it is already a twin-stick shooter, my boy. We did that last time. You can plug in your controller, hit the home button, and you can do that. Yeah, alright. Hopefully another stream soon. Maybe this weekend even. I'll let you know. We'll find out. And then we're finally going to do more sprite work and actually implementing more gameplay. Woo-woo! Alright. Let's leave you with this great track. Where is it? There we go.